Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Crow, and I am the storyteller for this evening. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hopefully everything is going good for you as it's been going for me. Well, apparently, it's not going too well. The screen's not working. It's hard to get good help these days. Amber? Amber? Amber, I need you to turn my camera on. Well, wrong camera, but that will do for tonight. Hi, I'm Crow. How are you? The show you're watching is Mage the Ascension, episode 11 of the Gore Chronicles, the reunion. We're playing a World of Darkness game, and if you haven't played World of Darkness before, well, it's a little bit interesting. We got vampires, werewolves, fairies, and in this episode, mages. This show is going to get a little dark. After all, you know what happens when the neon lights come on, right? It gets a little dark. So please, if you will, there's going to be some blood, violence, gore. Maybe not this episode, but it might happen. And there will probably be a few touchy subjects here or there. It's kind of what happens with the games that we type of play. However, I have gone over with my players their comforts, discomforts, their veils, their lines, their absolute no-goes. So, we've had our safety precautions up to speed. However, if you need time to chill out, take a breather, go run a lap or two. Don't stay too long, but if you need it, you can go. Please, your mental health is a lot better than sitting here and getting into our little conundrum. Also, one last caveat. My players are just players. They're performers. And their characters might do some bad things. Please, don't hold that against the players. But you can talk jokes about the characters. Especially the characters for tonight. Now, if we will, let me just turn to something a little bit better. What is this, Amber? Tiffany's not here tonight. There you go. Good girl. Anyways. Tonight we start somewhere a little bit interesting. We don't start at where we were before. We're not with our kids. Not the baby mages. Not tonight. We're with another set of mages you haven't seen before, but they have met. They've done adventures together. They've saved the world. They've helped end the world. And essentially, they are some of the most important characters for tonight that you've never seen. Last episode, we ended on a cliffhanger of sorts. Characters finding out they're not who they thought they were. They're not even what the original family thought they were with. And we started our new episode with a bunch of older mages. But we gotta go a little bit further back. We gotta go 2020? No, that's too far back. You don't even need to know those details. Not right now anyways. No, I want to take you to 2022. Not current 2022. A few months back. I want to take you to Cartwright Industries. Virtual Insights. With a woman named Myra Cartwright. Myra Cartwright. Age, at this point, 26. Turning 27. She is now one of the youngest billionaires out there. She invented something. Invented a few somethings. She invented what is known as the hyper elastic. Hold on, let me look at the notes again. Hyper elastic eyewear. Apparently, it's the type of eyewear that sticks to your face. That's all the rage with kids now. And in fact, there's like a virtual component that you can go into virtual reality without having to put a full headset on. You can just put the glasses on, and you're there. I say it looks more like augmented reality, but who am I to tell a genius what she created? But it wasn't just that. She's made her money on a few things. Well, for one thing, weapons. After all, she's in the U.S. The weapons industry is booming these years, especially now. She's also premier in virtual reality, in medical sciences, and in fact, anything that Elon Musk could do, she could do it better. She could do Elon Musk, but Elon Musk definitely can't do her as it was. We start off in her office, alone. Finally, a few hours to herself. No ruckus from the other people coming through. No, well, just no bothering of her genius. As she sits there in her powerful pantsuit, looking out to the waterside, looking at all the people coming to and fro, she thinks about how she got here, how her mother was taken out by a bunch of fellow mages, ones she thought she could trust. She also thinks about how part of the tech that was used to cause the incident at the waterfront, that fateful Pride 2020, caused the death of over 300 folks. She might have caused a few hundred herself. But she also thinks about one important detail. Where the fuck is my coffee? And we see another young woman with pigtails holding a big glass of coffee. It looks like iced coffee, but you know there's something extra in there. There's a swirl of pinks and blues inside. And she's rushing forward, tripping over her lab coat. Mrs. Cartwright. It just keeps knocking. Uh, Mrs. Cartwright?
You wouldn't want to catch me in a bad mood.
Right. She slowly lets herself in. Myra, you can tell this is new employee. She's Layla. She just recently started here a few weeks ago. Kind of a brown noser. Always trying to make everyone happy, get on the best projects. But you can tell she's really not that really not that great. She kind of sucks at her job. Got your favorite. It's the Unicorn Island edition. I don't drink these myself, but apparently you like them.
Okay, you hand it here.
She puts the coffee down. Is there anything else I can get you?
No, dear, not right now.
When
You
the
can
camera.
go.
Okay. And we watch Layla kind of skitter about, and we actually the camera pans around to your office, seeing the golds, the reds. Uh, it looks kind of what one would call modern, or what someone would call minimalist, only with a little bit more color pops. But describe Myra for us. Who do we see as the camera pans to your face this time?
Myra would begin to look. I guess Myra's similarities would almost begin to overlap with her mother. Her eyes, maybe a few wrinkles, but don't say that to her. It's like, uh, overall, overall, she's lost that socialite drug dealer vibe that she used to once have. Now she's business oriented.
Yeah. So that's what we see. We see an African American woman who's kind of gotten a few what looks to be like sleep deprivation under the eyes. Her hair is pulled back. We see now that her once curly hair, we can see the edges of it, has now gotten a little bit grayer in certain parts. Uh, we see that there's a strand of hair that you just can't get back into place. It's just always going to like hang down there. You just let it. No one says anything to you. You're the boss. Uh, we see a bunch of papers scattered about inventions that you started but never finished, kind of scattered. But also, in her center, we see a device, one that looks like a gauntlet, a purple gauntlet with that's halfway built. The wires are starting to poke out of it. The LED screen, it still needs to be screwed inside, and the fingers, the metal parts of the fingers, still need to be welded in. Um, you hear another knock on the door.
Yes, coming.
Hey, but there, boss lady. You see Jack, head of your security. Okay, listen. Before you even see him, you can see his shadow, which is by itself imposing. But as he ducks um, under the door frame, you can tell he's gotten taller for some reason. He was already about 6'2", 6'3", but now he's kind of 6'5", 6'6". You know he's probably gotten into whatever chemicals or experiments they're doing downstairs. Hey, uh, so I got some good news and got some bad news.
One step. Go ahead. Lay him on.
Which one you want to hear? Good news, bad news?
Good news, bad news.
Okay. And he just kind of fumbles through his white hair. It's gotten longer. He looks like he's trying to do the whole mullet thing that the guys are doing these days. We all know you fucking hate it, but you are too tired to even tell him about it, so you just kind of let that slide. He takes off his bulletproof jacket, hangs it on one side of the chair, loops it around, and then sits incorrectly. Okay, bad news. Um. So apparently, one of the guys down on level 5 kind of let out experiment X-005. And we didn't catch it.
Yes, was anybody else bringing me this news?
Come again, lady?
They might they might have ended up going up to something.
Wait.
Nothing right now.
Okay.
No, okay, what's the good news?
Good news is we can track the experiment. It's still in the city. It hasn't left. That's good news. Okay, so more bad
Is it?
news. Uh, you know the little boy genius, the Jimmy Neutron son of a bitch, also in level 5.
Yes.
Uh, he he gave him kind of might have gave him substance 4-4. You know that blood thing you guys were experimenting on.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, listen. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with that kid. I don't know what's happening, but lately he's just been. I don't know what he's been working on, but it's some scary sounding shit down there, and I'm kind of scared. And that's me. I ain't scared of shit, but I'm scared that kid because that kid is weird.
Yeah. Oh, why do we need him again?
Uh, don't know why you need him. And then you hear another knock. A young woman with dreads kind of tied back, darker skinned, uh, thick goggles on, and she's wearing a lab coat. Well, that little fucking troublemaker is, well, he's head of that division. And he's the reason why half of what we have is working up to speed. So unfortunately, can't really just get rid of him. Also, he was grandfathered in by your mother, so unless you want to go and tell that little troublemaker that he can hit the bricks, I'm definitely not. You see Alice, who has been working for you the past 2 years, going on three.
Hmm. Well, where exactly is he in this city?
Oh, the experiment or the kid?
The experiment.
Oh, weirdly enough, you know that dive bar? Not the club, not the leather club or whatever the fuck that is. But the what the fuck is it called? Hannibal's, Zaxby. I don't fucking know. The little dive one near the UN building, like couple of blocks down. That one, the one where all the
Near the near the UN building?
yeah.
Oh, what
Well,
next?
not like a few blocks down. What's his name? Kyle. You know the one who was hosting all those parties. Kyle, that bar. It's over there. Last time we checked, it was over there.
Well, something's going to happen. Think it's think it's a fair step to say that I might need to take care of this personally.
Oh, one more problem. Uh, you just see Alice hold a hand up to Jack. I'll explain. I'll let her know. So, your husband wanted me to let you know because he called earlier and you have been answering your phone. He's going over something about a family trip, family meeting that he has to go to. So he won't be back for a couple of weeks. But that's not the more troubling thing. You got a request from Maxwell.
What?
Yeah, the lawyer.
What is it now?
Private meeting, didn't say. When he said you know where to go. Says go to the Cobalt meeting room. I don't know what that is. He said you will know.
Well, at least this. Damn it! If he throws the coffee against the window,
Oh,
anything. Can I just have one? Okay, okay. Is that everything? No more bad news to drop. Please, let me know now.
you hear one more knock. Light skinned African American male with big curly hair, also wearing a lab coat because all of them have been coming downstairs, coming from upstairs. Um, you see Kyle, who has changed in the last few years. Instead of being the more party boy out to do anything and everything with experiments, he's gotten a little bit more dour, but he still has that spark of that whole Gen Z carefree, very much overly sweet kidness to him. He has youth. The word youth comes to mind when you think of Kyle. And he comes knocking on the door. Hey, boss lady, your friend Kelsey was here. She just wanted me to say hello, and uh, she was thinking about coming to visit later. watch as both Jack and also Alice kind of look around the room like, gosh, damn it, Kyle, you weren't supposed to mention Kelsey. Oh, right. Oh, sorry, boss lady.
Actually, no, no, it's fine. That's probably the least horrible thing you mentioned.
Oh,
That was that's it? That's everything?
yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm taking off early. I'm going to I'm going to the big concert thing happening. Oh, yeah. One more thing. One more thing. Uh, so downstairs, level 6 is on fire.
The next person to bring me another piece of bad news, I swear to gosh, I don't care whether you're a fucking giant or not, you will be going out this window.
We see Layla come in. Boss lady, we ran out of your favorite coffee. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't realize. I kind of spilled it. I promise I'll bring you back some more.
She proceeds, Myra proceeds to open up the window. No, no, no. Swore I was going to do
Lola kind of just looks out the window. What? Oh, that's a nice view. Oh, hey, boss lady, is that your car? It looks like someone keyed it. Uh, Jack is just Lola.
this.
Lola.
This is fate. This is fate. This is fate. Well,
Yes.
you can take the rest of the day off. I'll make sure you pay for it.
Oh, okay, cool. And she kind of heads out the room. Oh boy.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I will be back.
You need us to call a car?
Try not to blow any more shit up.
You know what? I won't blow anything up, but I don't. You know what? And Jack is just gonna go. I'll just tell the bottom floors not to blow anything up.
Thank you. And she makes her way down to where her car is.
And we pan over to a very frustrated Mrs. Cartwright going down the stairs. Well, Cartwright Giovanni, but prefers more Cartwright. As she goes down the stairs, and we can just see a miasma of just negativity as the railings kind of bend and snap with every step going past it. The camera twists away from her and her getting inside her Tesla. Well, not even a Tesla. Something that she made, but she allowed Elon to slap his name on so he wouldn't feel bad. And we watch her drive away. As she drives away, the camera moves down the city streets, past the UN building and the library, and over to what looks to be like a theater house. We see a few people setting up cameras or taking down a few sets. Someone in a makeup chair, a woman with a bunch of bags. She's going back and forth. Okay, I need blush. Um, where is? Okay. Where is that sequin cross suit? Also, I need pantsuits. I need heels, people. Okay, I need you all to get it together. All right. No. Madam Miscreant has been sitting here for hours, okay? She does not like to be waited, and she does not like to have all of her stuff just standing out in the heat. Also, did you make sure the temperature is at least at 60 degrees? She does not like it any higher than 60. It has to be 60 exactly. And what do you mean you don't have the live snakes? Ah, we, we pan over to this very annoyed person putting their hair back into a bun. They go to the green room as we see an individual in a red, very red pantsuit, um, getting their makeup done, blood draining from their eyes and dripping down to their cheeks. A neat special effect that you've been working on for a few years. And we see Madam Miscreant. In fact, I'll let you describe the rest of yourself for the audience.
Our audience would see a very pale, kind of a mixture of what you would have if you took actual mall goth from the 90s and mixed it with Elvira, Mistress Night. And then you just like dunked them in a bucket of blood, kind of like you're battering up to be fried like chicken. Um, Anyone looking would kind of see, oh yeah, the blood around the eyes. And then they would also notice that the pupils are also blood red because of a very certain thing that has happened now. And it's not like, oh, that's Naruto, like weave contacts. No. It looks as if instead of pupils, they're like dots of blood.
So, we see this, and we see this individual, this person, um, wearing a matching corset that looks similar to something you've worn a few times. Um, their white shirt stained with makeup, with blood, with every other colorful stain that you can think of, and they're going to go and finish off the rest of your makeup. The other person, same bun, comes in. Okay, so I made sure that they check that the stage is going to be 60 degrees. Um, we don't have the live snakes, unfortunately. Something about like we didn't get approved by some government organization, whatever.
Oh.
Um, the pyrotechnic guy, um, he says that we got the approval for the sparklers and the smoke machine, but not for the explosives.
Say, everyone trying to fucking disown art. Nope,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, some guy was here. A lawyer says you would know.
If they're trying, I've known a few too many lawyers in my time. If it's the one from Texas trying to talk about some extradition order, you can tell them to go fuck themselves and to see me in court over it.
No, no, not that one. This was kind of. And you see them kind of tapping on their like temple. It kind of wipes like a bead of sweat, but you can see like a stroke of makeup being stroked and streaked across her face as they do it. What is his name? What is his name? It's like a random average name.
John,
They're tapping.
Joe,
No, they're
Will.
tapping. No, and they're tapping their finger onto the table to some hyper pop. Um, we see another figure behind you, madam, kind of spinning around. Oh, you're talking about Maxwell. We see this figure wearing a yellow kimono, a black halter top, and black slacks with yellow chucks. Her yellow star wig is bobbing as she's dancing around to this song. Oh yeah, I can feel him in the area. What did he want? Um, Told me to tell you to go meet him at the Cobalt meeting room. Says you'll know where that is.
Okay. You got me. Like the snakes, the pyrotechnics. Like, yeah, I could believe that. But that, oh, this has been a nice joke. Look, it's been a great joke. I get it. We're trying to break up the tension with all this being set up, but that's a little too far fetched. You know what I mean? Come on, you got to be better than
As you say this, you look as you're adjusting what they did to your makeup. You watch as the glass crack and then shatter, and then you see written in what looks to be like blood. Do not be late, or else. Maxwell.
They kind of just like reach out, like swipe some of the like, what looks to be blood on their finger and taste it. Oh god damn it! All right. Let me think.
The other person is kind of freaked out because like, wait, what was? Did you do that? Like, is that one of your like show tricks?
I told you, I'd have to kill you.
And they start laughing. What the signature joke? Yeah, okay, I got it.
Do what you can. If there are things missing, just give me a full list of what is missing, and I will take care of it on spot.
But what do I tell the interviewer?
Tell the interviewer. What can we do? I'm gonna be late. I got it. Tell the interviewer that the audience is going to have to prove they deserve to see this tonight, and that they'll be informed of how that's going to happen.
You want me to
Meanwhile, contact a few of the local artists. Tell them we need 1 or 2 opening numbers. Tell them it's a cult theme. Tell them if I see a single Party City wig or a single Dolls Kill outfit, I will prove that my talents are more than just for the stage.
Okay.
Beyond that, I don't care what they bring. Just make sure they know how to entertain a damn audience.
Entertain a damn audience. Okay, got it. We see this individual. They leave. They kind of stroke their beard and keep trying to manage a few things that happen around the show. They look around. Johnny, hey Johnny. Okay, so I was told find a few girls. Yeah, no. Opening number is going to be a cult theme, but also no Party City wigs or no doll skill outfits because they will murder and we just hear them trail off. The young woman inside with the straw wig, darker skin with highlights of gold and yellow specks. She kind of stops dancing, looks over to you. Huh.
What are they telling you?
Well, the spirit is telling me that something just happened.
Well, I would hope something would be happening, because if it were not, then we'd be in a really big bind.
No, I don't know how to describe this. Like, the sky screamed.
Like the Transformer?
No. I don't know how to describe this.
Sky.
Like, the sky and earth are screaming.
Alcohol, I wish you could be the one that provides me an answer tonight. We have to go to a meeting. Or rather, I do. I will let you decide if you want to come along or not. But rest assured, we are going to be getting into some trouble tonight.
Probably. But knowing Maxwell, if he's calling for certain people, he would call directly. So I'm not going to get involved with that. For my health and energy.
A fair assumption. Please make sure that if they set the stage on fire, it at least looks like a pattern that was meant to happen.
Oh, already way ahead of you. And we watch as she skips out, spins around, and goes, "Okay, girlies, make sure that, yeah, if you're going to set it on fire, make sure to put yourself on there first." And it's just you.
These damn months. And here we are again. Alright, so... And they're like getting the fake blood. But instead of putting it on, they just kind of like shed a single tear. And it's not fake blood at this point. Actual blood like comes down their eye. and like rolls down the cheek. All right, game.
And we pan away from that scene, out the window, down a few streets, and we go to an airport where someone is keeping time. Another person is making sure that the runway is being cleared. We see a group of people in suits, a young woman with a katana by her side is making sure that she's leading the fold. She puts on what looks to be like an Oni mask on, and she's clearing everything. We see another woman, white hair, long, stringy, with blue accents being put through it. Um, she doesn't hide that she isn't feeling the weather, um, especially in her kimono. Her kimono, she's feeling out of sorts, and she's also has her arm looped around an individual, a man that you haven't seen before, but it's foreign to, well, not too foreign from the city. He hasn't been here in a while. We see a new figure, Shin Matsumune, or Matsumune Shin for some of you. She skips along, looks over to you. Oh, so we are being dragged back by Maxwell, it seems.
So it seems, but I'm not exactly happy to be back,
Well,
if you could tell.
well, it's not about being happy when it comes concerning Maxwell. It's more of either you show up or I show up to you, and the last thing we need is for that man to set a building on fire, especially with who's currently
Yes,
living there.
I would hate to see another shrine destroyed by the Lloyd. Uh, for the people, well, actually for everyone, because no one's really seen Shen in a long time. He doesn't look like he used to. Uh, at least not in the sense everyone else would see. You know, last time Myra would have seen him, he would have had longer hair, been a little bit more out of sorts, but still dressing in suits and ties. But at this point, for the most part, he's abandoned. Uh, he wears now more of a traditional, uh, oh, what's the male version? It's not a yukata. He's wearing traditional, you know, Japanese garb. Um, and his head is actually shaved, surprisingly. Having decided that hair is too much of a hassle for him to pay attention to.
And as you do this, your wife kind of tousles with your hair a bit, kind of tries to mousse it a bit. I really wish he would at least try to dress for the occasion.
I'm tired of dressing to make other people comfortable.
Well, this isn't for anyone. This is for that monster, and that monster has a way of, well, he has a particular way of how everything should run, and the last thing we need is for him to, well, freak out.
If he has a problem with how I am dressed, we will deal with it later. I have plenty in the suitcase.
Hopefully, it will not come to have to use anything in the suitcase, and also, hold on for a second. Coco, Coco dear, you see your daughter kind of, she's talking to one of the attendants, one of the people waiting
Mhm.
on you guys, issuing a few order. Oh my goodness, she takes after you. So so objective driven. Kyoko, dear. Yeah? Do us a favor, okay. Well, your father mostly, while your father and we head out to our meeting, I need you to go and check up on a thing at the college. Can you do that for me, dear? Why do I have to be the one to check out at the college? I want to go to the meeting. I was promised I would go see Uncle Maxwell. Dear, he is not your uncle, okay? Just because we refer to him as your uncle does not actually mean he's literally your uncle. He's just, well, we need to call him a family friend. You know, he's business.
We can have lunch with him later. Whatever Mother has planned and needs to be taken care of at the college comes first.
All she's trying to do is get me enrolled so she can pass me off and doesn't have to deal with me. And also, I am just as
You
much
know
as
we would never do.
She kind of just squints her eyes. All right. Kind of looks over at Yuki. Yuki looks down at her. And please, no sword, no mask. What's the whole point of me going if I don't have my gear? No sword, no mask, young lady. Fine, I guess. You notice your daughter has become a little bit more accepting of you, but also a little bit more strong-willed. More like a young person, less of a stone-cold killer from the last time.
One thing Shen would actually do is like he would try and pull his daughter aside as his wife goes and takes care of other things, making sure that luggage is removed from the plane, things like that. And he would, because at this point he pretty much never travels without them, actually pull out one of his foxfire swords
Mm-hmm.
and just like with a quick left, a quick right, would hand it to her and be like, "There, at least you'll have a weapon to defend yourself. I don't trust anything you say."
Okay, see, this is why I actually love you, dude. And she takes this. You don't even have to roll to hide this. Your wife is too busy handling up the stuff on the upper fronts with the rest of your guys. So you two were able to have this moment without her noticing.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are on the
Just
private
promise
wing
me.
of this airport, so no one is checking in for any weapons. You guys can pretty much pass through however you want.
Yeah, and the last thing he'll say before kind of letting him go is, "Just promise me you won't use it unless you absolutely need to. I would hate to have Maxwell keep you out of prison."
I I am not you, sir. I've been doing this also for a while, and I have never gotten caught once.
You don't have your map, and there are cameras everywhere. Remember how well that ended for me the last time I was here and didn't for you.
Okay, all right, fine. All right.
Thank you for being understanding.
And gives you a quick hug and then takes off.
Yeah, I imagine, especially since Shen didn't know about her existence until the last time he was here, really. Like, in between then and now, he's been actively trying to, like, make it up to her, trying to be a part of her life, try and be the father figure, that he had, basically. Uh, so I imagine, they hopefully at least have an okay to good relationship, but
Yeah, they do. For the most part, things have been a little bit different in the recent years,
mhm.
but for the most part, your relationship with a few folks have gotten better. But your wife has to go take care of something. Your daughter take care of another thing, and the three of you separate. You're escorted not by just your guys, but also Maxwell guys, because they meet you up front at the airport, and you arrive to the building. You look up and you realize you're at a frat house on the college campus, a rebuilt one actually,
But a familiar.
but a familiar one, yeah. You get this chilling figure, this chilling feeling that someone is looking at you, watching you. You turn around and that feeling is gone.
I haven't been to this college in a very, very long time. But I suppose I should go ahead and go in. We are here for a meeting, after all.
Yeah, you're actually the first to arrive. You go in and you look. It looks kind of like the frat house that you guys used to be holed up in. Your cabal, your little meeting space, your sanctuary.
Yep.
And it's weird because they have even some of the same amenities. You see some of the. They're not familiar faces. These are new people, definitely new people. But you see them kind of running around. Someone's playing frisbee. There's a guy doing a keg stand. There's a nostalgia here.
Just a little bit. I remember the party and the goats and
Yeah.
the pink thought and all of that fun stuff.
And it's weird because you can even hear Cadwell somewhere, even though you know he's not here. You can hear him like drinking, slurping down on something. His usual sarcastic, very much shit-eating grin sort of self somewhere, like her lingering presence.
I hope this place isn't haunted. It deserves better than that.
Next to arrive would be Jasmine, actually. Well, not Jasmine. I'm sorry. She's not here in the show. No. This person would be Myra Cartwright Giovanni. She arrives next. You look, the place has been rebuilt. You wonder if your office was also rebuilt. What was salvaged? What was restored? As you step on in. And as you keep walking, you do see Shin for the first time in about 3 years. And you're currently muted, by the way.
Ben, how's it going?
Now, hello, madam. It's,
Jeez. Madam now?
well, you are me.
And it's hard to find friends around here.
That is very true, especially ones that won't stab you in the back.
Yeah.
I take it you're at Maxwell's bidding.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. I'm
For him to
already
get
having a shitty day, as it is.
Trust me, the flight here was no easy. It's weird being back without Matilda.
It's weird being back without most of my crew.
Yes, I've heard some rather traumatic things have happened in the company. I do apologize that I've been unable to assist. We've had some complications we've had to take care of. Needless to say, our board of directors is a few people short than it used to be.
Awkwardly enough, as the two of you sit here and try to reminisce.
Awkwardly reminisce.
Yeah. A third figure comes in. In all their drag glory. Madam, you stop for a moment outside. It's weird. The frat house has been rebuilt almost to the ladder. You walk in and you see that same sight of the frat guys trying to get themselves together. They're planning a party soon. They don't really pay attention to you much. As if, even with your blood and your eyes and everything, and your get up, none of them seem to pay attention. Like you fit in here.
Someone's expecting us. Let's not keep them waiting. And they'll walk in like they own the place.
As you walk in, you do see Shin and you see Myra. They're standing in the middle.
Adam's never met Shen.
That's right. You never
Okay.
actually met Shin. But you know Myra.
Shen?
Myra,
It's like, Shen, this is my friend after you were gone. Gone for a while.
I see you've replaced Kelsey with someone more flamboyant.
Oh, no. Kelsey is
could ever
still
replace
around
Kelsey.
to my misfortune.
Well,
Do you need
Miss-
someone to take care of that?
It's not taken care of by my own hand. I don't want it.
We do live contract.
you make things too formal. It doesn't have to be so serious. You can have fun with it. Okay, enough of this. I'm guessing we're all here for the same reason. The sooner I get this over with, the sooner I can go back to my show. Oh, please, for the love of God, let one of them find a garden snake like I asked them.
I'm not even going to ask.
Very bad. You can just come see this show if you're curious.
Though I do believe a more formal introduction is in order. And Shen actually walks over and does, a nice polite bow. And my name is Matsumune Shen of the former Coffee Brother.
That's some...
As you guys are trying to have this heartwarming but also awkward union, you hear in the background that there's a party being started in the backyard, and there's like 5 dudes kind of piling through one of the doors, and one guy's just like, "Oh wait, well okay, all right, dude, all right, you take the kid outside before it explodes, all right?" And they kind of brush past both of you and Shin, Myra. Madam, you see the guy kind of look, "Yo, nice costume, lady," and they barrel out the doorway, and then out of earshot, not fully out of earshot, but kind of out of your sight, all you hear is boom. Shit! That's all the good alcohol we had. And the house starts to get louder, with people kind of clamoring all over the place.
It'd be rude to just stay around for a party we weren't invited to. I think we have a meeting to attend.
Yeah.
I believe that was the intention.
Probably.
So, as these people start to form and mosh, and folks are putting in like their party equipment and everything, you guys, three of you head upstairs, and the party starts to fade. What we do see is an expanded occult classroom. We see chairs and tables set up, ruins put on the walls and doors and the floor, um, different symbologies that, madam, you would recognize from chaos magic being put in different spots. Myra, you see a lot of different codes and stuff being used to for the doors and everything. And Sin, you see talismans from Omniogis being put all around the room. Someone is definitely trying to ward this place, keep it safe, keep it secure, but also you see new safety precautions, stuff like fire hydrants and sprinklers and things that prevent from explosions, and someone with like a flamethrower.
Myra cracks a little smile. Oh, good times, good times.
I
It
didn't know any
seems
better.
like. Go ahead.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say they expected us to do something bad. Who would have given
Isn't
them that
that
thought?
always the case with us?
Yes,
If I
but who would
didn't
have given them
know
the
any,
thought first?
if I didn't know any better, I would say that some people were actually paying attention to the lessons we had been giving.
Or rather, last time I remember the three of you here, whole place was blown to smithereens. In fact, last time I remember, I had to deal with the death of, what was it, 25 fraternity brothers, and I don't know how many other bodies you guys left that summer. So, precautions had to be made. We see Maxwell in all his black suited glory. Again, indistinguishable man, doesn't really give off a presence. Can't even tell what ethnicity or race he is. He's kind of just average, sinks to the background. But he has a presence to him whenever he does want to be noticed. And that's his point, he's using that. Ah, Cartwright, Miscreant, Masamune. Hello. I haven't seen you in well, time works for me differently, but I'm guessing 3, 4 years, give or take.
Eh, close enough.
Well, for
That
Miss
would be
Cartwright,
an
it'd be two
applicable time
years.
frame.
So, you all came one time. I thought I had to strong arm you. Well, I would love to get through the pleasantries, if you don't mind. I at first was thinking, sentimental value, something that Cadwell told me that I should do, but I figured that's not me, and it'd be more sentimental for me to get down to business, if I may.
Feel free.
Oh, Maxwell, how long have I known you? You trying to be sentimental makes it more awkward than you just getting down to it.
Ah,
So,
good.
go for it.
Great. Well, two problems. One, situation happening in the city. You all know about the current state of the traditions, or
I'm
rather the
sorry.
splintering of the traditions, the current civil war happening.
It's not
We
even
have
that
tried to.
entertaining.
Go ahead.
It's not even that entertaining. Unless you have a different opinion on it. What was it, Matsumune?
Well, we have tried to stay to our own as best as we can. So the Civil War has only affected the local residents heavily. I believe my well, not as strange extended brother is still in the city. Is he not?
Handling a few fires as it may, yes.
I'm glad to hear he's still around, given some of the people they let into the city.
Well, desperate times calls for desperate situations. Speaking of, and he goes to tap on one of the desk, and a hologram pops up, and immediately, for both you, Shin, and Myra, you don't have to roll for this. You see a keystone popping up on screen.
Why is why? I thought we were done.
We thought so too, but apparently, at least five of them have started to appear around the city.
At
Five
least.
of them.
I think I happened to pick one that kind of was assembling it at the moment. Uh, seems seems something is or someone is starting it up again. Well, yeah, this is terrible.
Well,
Whoever this something or someone is needs to end.
we also got an emergency warning from Matilda's digital construct. Apparently, someone has activated its systems.
Who is someone? We have
We
no
don't know.
information to go off of.
We have none. Whoever it was doesn't appear in any records, and there's no magical essence, resonance, anything we could track. We sent the virtual adepts to go look into it. They found nothing.
To be fair, the Adepts never recovered from Matilda leaving them and achieving something they could never hope to, so not surprising.
And
Do you know what device it was exactly that it was accessed?
Keystone, it's we can confirm that it is the real thing, a legit one. But there's also one more
with
problem.
the
And he clicks on the
with the
system.
same capability.
Same, but also and he taps onto it. And you guys watch, and I need you guys to roll for me, if you have it. Intelligence and occult, or intelligence and technology difficulty of 4.
Yeah, I can't make that.
I can make it if I crit.
Also, you can add, if you have it, prime, matter, or correspondence. You can add those dots as well.
Okay, then yeah, I should be able to make that reasonably. You said diff 4?
Difficulty 4, yes.
In theory, I could make that.
And yeah, yeah. Apparently Shen has gotten a little bit better. Um,
Uh, that's a note from Adam's end.
Okay, so we got a success from Shin, a failure from Madam, and what did we get? How were you rolling?
Success.
Success? Okay, so we got
Success.
a success, and then we also
Failure.
have a failure. Um, Shin and Myra, you guys understand what you're seeing. Um, you notice that the capability of the machine, the keystone, and how it works, has been amplified. These aren't the same as they were before. These are a lot more powerful, and they're also radiating both a lot of quintessence, but also are radiating a higher frequency so they can access uh, different equipment. They can be summoned anywhere, but also a little new quirk is that instead of summoning the smaller spirits that got more powerful, they can summon powerful spirits right on the spot anywhere and around the world. And one final thing you notice, they're not on the same system that Matilda accessed them from. These are from a different server completely.
Stan gives Myra a very, like, knowing look. Just like, you remember what happened last time with these, right? You remember the cost? Oh, they need.
Fortunately, yeah.
It's a fancy bracelet. What's the worst that could happen now? Is this a problem?
Fancy.
Do you remember Pride a few years ago? The incident?
Yes, but didn't Granny literally
This,
become the hive mind? Can't she just stop these again?
it's on a different system. We can't touch them.
The fuck you mean a different system? Like, can't touch them for what? Okay, you know what? I don't know techno shit, and I can pretend to do, so I will just believe.
Yeah. Remember this part. I think at that point something happened. It was like it's like a druggy haze for the rest of that part. Can't really remember it. It was some I remember somewhere around the time the those baby mages we trained, and then the rest is a haze.
Well, given how you tend to utilize your abilities, that does not surprise me. Um,
I mean, things change now, but
I understand, but we were all young and inexperienced.
Well,
Um,
I'm glad you mentioned about druggy haze because he taps on more of the system, and you see pills, a bunch of pink pills. We've also, at the same time, have detected this being on the market, something they're calling Gore.
I
and
name register something for Madam. Like, anything on the street about a new drug?
Uh, if you have it, anyone can have it. You can use either. Actually, you can use your intelligence to streetwise. This would be difficulty of two. Yeah, difficulty of two if you're just trying to see if you heard anything on the streets, and then three if you're trying to ascertain what it is exactly.
hey, Shen can do things, guys. He's not cursed anymore.
Yeah.
I gave my curse to Madam. Um,
Nope, because Madam got it. Or at least the 2-6. I think we all hit 2.
yeah, we all hit the minimum too.
Okay.
No one got 3.
All right. No one got three. So
Critical success.
wrong one. I swear she just never learns.
Success.
Thank you. So you all three of you were able to hear something or remember hearing something about this drug. Not exactly the details, but you know it's something running around the streets, both by mages and also by the mundane, which has been interesting.
And why do we care about this great drug? Is it just a coincidence, or is it?
Well, and he starts to tap on the machine, and you see an incident at a nightclub. It's been apparently there's been a few deaths surrounding this drug, but also word is that it's associated with someone possibly with us. I've already sent a few capable mages to go look into it, but it's just a more of a heads up. Both have seen to
wait,
pop
is
up at
there
the
a
same time.
remix of my old drug?
That we don't know. We're still getting the information, and I'm still waiting for a individual by Kieran Marigold to give me some more information on it.
That's my boy. Um. Anyway.
Yep.
Um.
I don't understand the severity here. The gauntlets, yes, I understand, but there is a new drug that someone's producing. It's being used by mages and non-mages. Where is the catch? People die from drugs all the time.
The catch is somebody's still producing this, right? And
Do we
if
hunt
this is
down...
magical, then why aren't they paying a penalty? This isn't just...
I guess the question is, does it threaten us in any way of exposing something that's magical to people that don't need to know about it?
And he hits the play button, and you watch as you see someone take this drug, and it's a new video of someone recording something. Yo, Stacy, go. Okay. And she pops the drug. Her eyes roll back, and you start to see her float and fly around. Yo, show them the thing, Stacy. Show them the thing. You watch as she puts her hands out and starts firing beams of light out.
That would be a
Oh.
yes.
There's the problem. Why couldn't
That
you
is-
just start with that?
Keep watching. As we see this, Stacy, you can stop now. Stacy, you can stop. We watch as her hands and fingers explode. Her eyes melt, and she starts to convulse and plummets down to the ground. The cameraman tries to get over to her, and we see a flash of light, and the video ends.
Oh, that was a waste of a very good mage.
That
I
I
was
do
a
not
mage.
think they were a mage.
That was a mundane. A sleeper.
I mean, who's to say? Who's to say this drug doesn't awaken things? But either way, this is just too reckless
That
to have this out. Even if it is
it-
just makes mundane have temporary powers. They don't
This
know the cost.
was incident number 25.
in Shen's mind, he's remembering back to the last time some mage shenanigans went viral, particularly involving him murking a bunch of people, doing some very, very obviously not human capability things. And he just immediately like, no, we need to get it off the streets. If this goes viral the same way
Yes.
the same way as everything does
Your meme
nowadays,
went viral,
everyone's
yes.
gonna try and get it.
Which we still have not been able to clear, even with Matilda's AI capabilities. Hasn't been able to clear that.
I thought I got canceled or whatever. Like, why is my shit still out? Anyway,
Oh, the canceling. Oh, they
It's
went in.
just
does
on the
that
internet,
trigger
they'll
any
never
memories
go.
and just out of curiosity, does that trigger any memories in the Masquerade? Does she follow Twitter and all of the bullshit going on with that?
Oh, when you're in drag, you have no choice.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility she would have seen videos of Shen
Oh yeah.
fucking slaughtering people.
Madam, you've seen the face cam. You know, and especially what songs they put on him. Uh, especially on TikTok.
Was there any tipping?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, just looks over to Shen. I think I remember us doing a themed night around that one. That was back in Tulsa, though. They didn't like it. Anyway, so we have a drug that is potentially awakening others, but potentially not, but at the same time giving them magic, temporarily, making their bodies overload, and now it's becoming noticeable.
Noticeable even
Where's
by
the paradox going?
that we don't know. We haven't been able to determine that. We sent someone to discover all those elements, but the one major thing is the technocracy has started to move. And not just technocracy, but also, what are they calling themselves these days? The, Holy Alliance,
The Templars?
The Alliance?
yes, them. The Celestial Alliance. We've started to move as well. We've been able to cover tracks, but the Mormons are back out again.
I pray I do not cross any of them. I have never forgotten the last.
Well,
Nobody ever forgets the Dark Ages. They still want to live in it. But
Hey, they could try to burn me at the stake. It'd be a fun time. Wait,
It's not as fun as you think.
oh, and one last thing.
first time, huh?
And he goes and he points the screen to another spot. He snaps his fingers, and you guys watch as a gold ring kind of forms on the top of the room. It then starts to come down the sides. You hear a few clicks. Okay. And this last part I want to say in quiet. There's an individual. And he
An
starts
individual.
do you remember the incident with I know it's hazy trying to remember certain incidents, but Kyle. Do you remember Kyle?
yes and
Yeah.
no.
Well,
Are we talking the real Kyle?
no.
Or
That shall not be named Kyle.
yes.
Well, one of his experiments, or shall we say, and yes, Miss Cartwright, I know about your experiment with it, has been running around. And he pushes the play button, and we see an individual sitting at a bar making light talk with a few bar patrons and stuff. Bryce! Bryce, how long has it been?
It's been a while.
Dude, a while. It's been 3 years? You just kind of took off? You didn't even quit.
I know. I had things to do. I've been around and been around all the way through time and space. It's been quite a journey, and you know what? I've come all the way back. I've come back home.
Oh, okay, dude. What, you been on some spiritual journeys or some shit?
Oh yeah. The kind of 7 years in Tibet journey type of thing. Not eat, pray, love, or anything like that. But the kind of spiritual kung fu journey, you could say. I walk the
Right.
world.
Right. Right.
I walk between worlds.
You walk between where? Okay, dude. Yeah, no.
Through
Some guy was
realities
trying
and
to get me.
dimensions.
Yeah, some guy tried to get me on that same shit too, but I was just like, nah, that.
You should try it sometime. You're missing out. Like, there are dimensions in this reality, beyond this reality, you would not believe.
Oh, okay, that's true. But I'm more of the drink, smoke, fuck sort of philosophy there. So I think I'm good. Also,
I mean,
you
you
left.
do you, okay?
Yeah, but you left and Kyle left, and like, yo, everything's been boring since then.
God, I know, right? We just bring the life of the party with us. And that's what I've been doing. I've been back here. I felt a distinct lack of excitement in this particular place, and I'm on a mission now to kind of start the party again.
Maxwell hits pause on this video. Yeah, we've gotten intel, and Miss Cartwright, you can be honest with us. What have you been working on?
Out of curiosity, does Shen's met Bryce on a couple of occasions?
Yes.
Does he still look the same as he used to? Like, his appearance hasn't really changed too much?
it hasn't changed
Sure.
at all. It's still the same jovial,
It,
kind of average white
okay.
guy who just looks like he's awkward, but also life of the party. But also at the same time, you know that like life of the party thing is more of a like, oh, you poor thing, you're putting on an act. We can tell.
Hmm.
But he's sitting a little
Yeah.
bit more upright.
Wasn't that the one that they were supposed to crown king or whatever?
Something like that. I'm don't know all the details. I wasn't given all that information. I was hoping one of you would be able to inform me.
I know how to get those kind of people kicked out of a club, but don't know too much on this situation.
For you,
Information gathering is more my wife's strong suit.
oh, for you, Myra, you know about Experiment X-005, and you weren't privy on all the details, but you know it was associated with Bryce studying the Keystone, and then something about restoration or restoring that data. But now that you see him sitting there, you can put two together and be like, ah, that's Experiment X-005. And realizing,
Hmm.
oh, they brought that back.
Hey, that's uh, that's that's well, for the sake of my company, I have to keep most of the stuff. For the sake of my company, and to avoid any incoming lawsuits, I have to say this is classified and no comment.
No comment.
You're telling that to the lawyer.
Um,
Hmm.
And the
Well,
professional
you're
assassin.
in. You guys are in here, so
I have
right.
completed contracts on your company's behalf with much greater discretion. Your information is safe.
The room is fortified, so no one would actually be able to hear this information. Um, that being said, and he kind of zooms in, and you look on Bryce's arm, and you all see a black keystone sitting there. That I want to know why that is there and why he has one is what I'm concerned about.
Myra, you're awfully quiet.
there's there's a reasonable explanation for this.
And we would love to hear it.
I would love to explain it, but the person that was really heading this project is the one you really need to talk to. Say, so he can give you all the details so you can perfectly understand it. If I gave you the details, there might be some things left out.
So you had someone working on it.
Who did you have working?
You guys hear this buzzing
Uh,
on your cell phones, and then you just hear go, "Oh my God, it's my ugly sibling asking questions." Don't worry, boss lady, I got it handled. And
And
also, his name is Bryce. He's not I mean, he's an experiment, yes, but like he's still a person, kinda.
Is this a
how are
voice that
we?
I would recognize?
You don't recognize his voice, Shin, but madam, you do. You know it's your brother, Avery.
They just casually pull the phone out as if it's just like this is the most normal thing ever. Number one, you're going to have to explain to Maxwell how you managed to do what you're doing right now. Number two, how is it you are nicer to one of your lab partners than you are to your own fucking family? Like, pretty sure my mother's taught us some manners. Well, they taught you some manners.
Yeah, but like, listen, between you dealing with moms and then dealing with Bryce and dealing with Maxwell, I'd rather deal with Bryce. Yeah, I mean, he was cool when I brought him back. I mean, sure, he was talking about something Gehenna when he woke up, but like, kind of like not a thing that was really important. But like, listen, I can bring vampires back. Like, I have the ability to do it. Like, that's cool, right?
You know, that is cool. Just one question. Fucking why?
Okay. This is my thought process. If I can bring something that's already dead back from the grave, then I can. That's like a stepping stone to bringing other people back. I can bring back my dog. Well, I kind of brought him back, but he's um. And you just hear this loud growling in the background and something breaking into the glass. Oh yeah, that didn't work. And you can also hear Jack going, "What the kid? I told you. I'm not going to kill this thing." You just hear like a loud gunshot. Oh. All right. Well, that's the second time someone's put down Rocco. Yeah.
Are you using my partner to be your personal cleaning service for your failed, like, corporate umbrella experiments?
Listen. All right. If he's going to be part of this family, he's going to have to put his end of the work here too. All right? So he's just helping me secure the experiments.
But remember, my little girl, that needs to be experimented on until you can get this. I mean, what I meant to say was, you're doing an ex. No, that's not the right words either. Carry on.
Yeah. I mean, it could be worse. It could be like that time that you had me, like, try to clone Shin again.
Myra makes a head gesture as if he was able to see it, but then she's like, "Wait, he can't see this."
Why were you trying to make clones of me?
Oof. Never mind. Okay.
Well, see, the thing is, you 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 came close. You came close one time, and then you came back, and I I decided to make procedures in case you disappeared again.
You're turning him into a stormtrooper.
Oh please, stormtroopers have better aim. I meant.
Oh, really?
I meant.
Shen like
He has better
now-
aims than stormtroopers. Is what I meant to say.
Okay, Shen's not gonna show up.
Okay, it's fine. All right, listen. All right, I let him go just so I can test a theory, and he's gone back to the bar. It's fine. He hasn't killed anyone. He hasn't done anything bad. He's just sitting there.
What's your theory?
I
Wait,
feel like
wait.
I'm just testing.
You let him go?
All right, controlled environment. He's tagged like one of those, like one of the animals you let back to the
Controlled
wild.
environment, my ass. Those are.
Listen,
You know.
listen, Bosley, I got it. Listen, if something goes bad, we'll just send Jack over there to go kill it. And then Jack is just like, I'm not going over there. Why? I gotta always be the one to go kill it or something. It's fine.
Last time I encountered him, he was not an hero. I do not believe he poses any real threat. However, the device on his arm does.
Oh,
What
yeah.
do you know?
Oh, yeah. That's just funny. Okay, so, like, um, you remember the device that Madam and Jack brought back to us? Yeah. So I just got the data to bring him back from that. I collected that data, and there was some other, like, weird, like, data jumbles that also came along with that, and a lot of blood samples and shit that we were just formulaically, like, putting stuff together. It's not really that important. But, I found out a secret thing. You can
What's
also
that?
turn certain vampires into mages. Boom. Bet you didn't see that part coming.
Why? Why would we want to do that?
I mean, there's a bunch of other vampires that can do magic, so I just kind of worked backwards from there. But apparently, certain what they call really low vamps or really high vamps, whatever the fuck. I really don't know the vampire details, but like, I found out that like you can put a spirit in them or something. He has access to magic already, so apparently you can just give him magic with a keystone.
So
Okay,
you
you
are
rewrite him, let him go to a bar full of sleepers with a bracelet that lets him have magical abilities.
It's not a
And you
bracelet that
see why
lets
I'm
him have.
concerned about this.
I mean, it's not a bracelet that lets him have magical abilities. He already has kind of magical ability stuff. He already had the keystone; it was already his, so I just put it back on him, and just to see what happens. Yeah, nothing has happened.
Avery question.
You aren't
Yes,
my best scientist, I fire you.
you can't fire me.
Um,
Yes, I can't.
No, you can't, cause you signed a blood contract that says I am allowed to stay there as long as I want.
Fuck.
you signed a blood contract with my fucking brother.
Well, no, it was with
Told you I was
Manuel.
in a drug haze.
No, it wasn't really that much a drunk case. You were like in the whole sad phase because like your mom bit the dust and like there was just paperwork and I just handed some of that off to Maxwell, which I still don't understand how you were able to do that. Yeah, it's fine.
Do any of your experiments have anything to do with drugs?
Yeah, like which one?
Okay, better question. Is this thing, and they're like gesturing to like where Bryce had shown up on the monitor, is that the only thing you've let out into the public?
No.
Dear God, please tell me we're not responsible for the gore.
Gore? No, not us. I'm
Oh,
not getting
thank God.
involved with Gore. That shit's weird.
What kind of weird?
What do you know about
We tried to scan through some of the stuff and some of the substances we've never seen before.
it?
They kind of
what?
like they pull the phone down and look to Shen. As much as we bicker, if Avery doesn't know what the fuck it is, it means we are up shit creek without a paddle or a boat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I do know one thing. And he just goes, hold on for a second. Hey, Jack? Yeah? Eat this. What is it? It's.
You are not giving my boyfriend Gore.
Shh! It's not gore, it's a mint. What the fuck are you all. What the. Swallow?
Oh boy.
Swallow? You just hear swallow? Wait. Hold on. Switching the camera phone. And you watch as you pull
What
the
did
camera.
you do?
Okay, look. You just watch him. And then Jack is just like, everything is fine. He starts staring off into space.
Oh,
And just walks forward and just keeps walking. And Avery just kind of follows with the camera. Dude, okay. Like I don't know what it is, but we've been testing on the werewolf. The other experiments that we have in here. And
nice save.
They just do that. And you just see Jack walking into a wall. Yeah, she's gonna be like that for about 20 minutes, give or take, maybe an hour.
You put my boyfriend into lag mode just to explain something that you could have done with a few sentences.
No. He's not just in lag mode. Just he tries to. God, he's tall. You just watch him try to climb on top of Jack and then point the camera to his face. You watch as his eyes glow white and he starts to mumble something. I've been trying to decipher what that is, and I don't know what that is. It's a language. I just don't know what language that is.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay,
Young
one
Avery.
problem at a time.
Is
This
there
is
any?
why I pay you, Avery. Although I really don't like the fact that you're drugging our employees.
We drug our employees all the time. I mean, half of them are experienced and don't even know it yet. Oh, no, they're willing participants in our company. We do not do anything that they cannot consent to legally.
Man just reaches over and smacks Myra on the back of the head.
I leave you alone for a couple of years, and now you run a company that drugs its employees and experiments on. I would expect you to do that at the college where they'll take the drugs willingly. Use your brain.
Or the club scene. Which is why you're there doing Gore through the club scene. Okay, yep, fair point. Okay, first things first. This vampire, magic-y, hybrid, whatever. Let's just go grab him.
We need to go collect him.
Yes, easiest part done.
One final problem. Oh, wait, yeah. No, there is a big problem. I'm not gonna get into the middle of that. Bye! You just hear him hang up.
Wait.
Oh, there is also
You
one problem. And he clicks a button, and you see the face of Dahlia, the vampire that you got involved with, madam. And Myra.
Shin knew her. That was about.
Yeah, you know a little bit about her. We haven't informed her that this is going on.
And that matters. Why?
Vampire
Isn't
politics.
she?
And also, according to a few sources, uh, they believe that they believe that most Thin Bloods are usherers of vampire apocalypse, what have you. I don't know if that's true or not. I really don't care. What I do care is that we do not need a political fallout with everything going on currently.
And you want us to tell them that something related to their apocalypse is now roaming around.
No, I want you to secure it so we can get the details ourselves. I can go set up a meeting with the Baron, and we can go and quietly nip this in the bud.
Speaking of the Baron, were you ever able to smooth over my particular relationship with him?
Well, with the way things are, no one has seen him come out of his office in, 3 years, so I doubt he's thinking about you currently, especially with the fall of what happened a few years ago.
Good.
Fair.
Interesting.
One less enemy to worry about in the city.
So,
Enemies
my
make things
request.
exciting.
I
To
need for
you.
you to go recover him, find out what he knows, what he doesn't know, and secure him. And when I mean secure him willingly as much as possible. and treat him like a person and not an experiment.
Yeah, you guys. He's a
If
person.
he does not feel like coming, am I allowed to force his hand?
Lightly force his hand, please.
So I can break his leg.
That's you know what?
Overkill?
You are in charge of the person that did the experiment, and Shen, you kind of seem like you have a little bit of an iron hand that you don't know how to wrap up with enough velvet gloves. So why don't I take the lead on that? And if shit hits the fan, then we can break legs.
All
Okay?
right. I will let the three of you handle it. And please handle it with care and quietly. I don't have to also remind you about the big meeting that's coming up in a few weeks. I would rather this not become an issue.
Well, half of everything you said is going to be an issue at that meeting, but this we can at least take care of.
Thank you. He takes off. Oh, right. Matilda wanted me to. Well, he holds up a pair of keys and hands it off to Madam. She said, Shin would know what to do with it.
They just kind of like jingle the keys in front of Shen like they're a baby.
What's no.
Shen's just kind of like standing there watching you jingle the keys, just like not phased.
This is a
But they
magic thing.
also look at. Does Shen, at least just looking at the key, recognize that?
Yes. Recognizes that that is her classic Viper.
The call.
Something she doesn't even take out too often.
Me, the player is, yeah. Shen not so excited about it. But they will lightly snatch the keys from Miscreant's hand. uh, well, I believe we have our mode of transportation.
Hilda can afford a car?
You have no idea.
Matilda can attain just about anything.
Technology runs this world nowadays. It makes it really, really difficult. Shen says, having flashbacks to all the times technology has just fucking exploded in its hands.
I'm just glad she's no longer with the technocracy. Oh, what they could have done. She was.
That is a blessing in disguise. Anyway, we have a vampire to go secure.
Well, for you, off you go. I gotta go. He throws his hands down, and you see the wards kind of turn off one by one. The lights, those golden lights, turn off and fade, and the doors open. All right. I have some other things I have to go take care of. Apparently, I have a nightclub to go and figure out why is it on fire, from what I've been told. You all take care, and I expect to report as soon as possible. And with that, he takes his leave.
Well, I suppose that means I'm driving. And Shen's just gonna start walking.
I mean, you can. I mean, I could as well. I mean, kind of forgot to get my license renewed again after that one thing. But, you know, I could as well.
One of the benefits of having to be an international organization is you tend to have good ties with the people running those international countries. Yes, I have an American driver's license, along with several other ones.
Well, I suppose you can drive it.
So,
Do we have any game plan? Or is it just go and collect our bounty?
as we walk into talking about this game plan, we'll watch you guys go out of the classroom, down the stairs. The party's still going on and raging. Uh, you see the Viper parked at the front. It's this iridescent blues, purples, pinks, and whites. It just changes in the color of the light. It's you can tell this is about to be evening, like later in the evening. The sun is slowly going down as you're walking and talking.
Well, luckily bars are open late into the evening.
Had to miss a
You have
party, but we'll just bring it.
Do you have any way of tracking him, Myra?
I did. At the moment, I just don't have it.
You get a click on your phone again, and you see a new app um, and a message. Hey, boss lady, tracking device. You shouldn't be too far away. P.S. I'm still listening through your phone speakers.
Love and hate relationship with that one. Love and hate. Well, I have the directions. Now, to where Bryce is. Let's go ahead and head over there.
Let's do.
And with that, we'll be right back.
College student like me especially, you need Grammarly in your life. Grammarly is a digital writing assistant and it's super easy to download onto your Chrome browser. I use it to draft emails for obviously my college assignments and essays and even applying to internships. So the plagiarism detector helps you check your writing across 16 billion web pages to ensure that your writing is your own. They also offer this really cool thing called vocab suggestions, and it basically helps you replace boring or bland words with more exciting and effective ones. And I don't know about you guys, but I always word vomit to make my essays seem longer than they are. Grammarly rewrites your sentences to make them more clear and effective by cutting out any unnecessary words that you don't need. So if you guys are not using Grammarly already, you guys better get on it, okay? Because you're gonna be using it all the time, trust me.
Squarespace helps me to easily sell my services online. I can present my portfolio of artwork so clients get a feel for who I am as an artist.
And we're back. Hi. So, our heroes driving off to go and find this werewolf vampire with very little minimal details attached. Um, I'm gonna let you guys talk it out. What is it that you guys plan on doing? Uh, Give me a stamina and resolve roll. Difficulty of 3. Cause this, yeah, this is Granny's Viper. I don't know if them stacks held up too long. Definitely not a Twinkie. Yeah, it's success. You can stomach this.
Success.
It like goes down originally sweet, but it hits your stomach sour. It's not the worst tasting thing, but it's definitely not edible. Not something you really should eat. It's probably from the 80s. Yeah, it probably has cocaine in it. 1 second. I gotta check something.
Any storyteller or DM says, "Hold on a second, I have to look for something," it's a bad thing.
Okay, so other than cocaine gummies, and you searching out for this vampire, is there any magic that you want to do in this moment?
Mhm.
Magic. Do it.
No, Shen's magic is still pretty much mostly combat, so uh, we will hold off on doing any of his magic. Plus, he's driving; he has to pay attention to the road. He would have, though, before they actually started driving, um, sent a short text message to the way. We'll probably be late more than just a meeting with Maxwell.
Um, you just get a text back. It never is.
Don't wait up for me. We'll probably not make it back until tomorrow.
And you just see just a quick text that just says "Don't die," and that's about it.
At that, he would kind of chuckle, especially given the previous information that Myra had attempted to clone him,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna, and his phone, like everyone else, has all the newest phones and all that stuff, and he's rocking an older generation phone because even though he's not as bad with technology as he used to be, it still he's a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah. He got a little bit of PTSD from all the shenanigans that happened with technology that time.
From all of the Twitter notifications.
Yeah. Yeah, Twitter. You face down behemoths, eldritch gods, horrific things, but Twitter, yeah, Twitter was just something you couldn't fight.
It I cannot fight something that I cannot punch.
I mean, you could try, but there's like what, a million?
It would take a significantly longer period of time. It would be better for me to just ignore.
Yeah.
Madam, you hear a song on the radio. It's loud, droning, sad, sappy, indie, and you can tell this is definitely one of your former drag babies' new single. He's been sowing his oaks, but you can tell this song sucks. But you hear on the radio, "Hi, this is 103.7, the new wave. Oh, we got this new artist, former drag queen, Jimmy Two Shots, now part of the band Ozer. And the last song you were just hearing was Apple Roll. Hey, let me tell you guys something. Let me ask you, since you guys are rolling through here, did you hear that new song out by that one girl? Yeah, the little pop star. No? Oh, okay. Not the Billie Eilish girl, but I've heard of her. I don't know. I'm old, all right. I don't know all these new pop singers, but no, new artist, by the name of what's it? Juliette Chevalier, pop star. Yeah, she's gonna be out. Her new single is gonna be out soon. She's doing like her own little new thing, putting some stuff on the radio. We're gonna be putting on her new song. Keep it locked. This is what is this? Good God, you kids and your names. It's called Just Breathe by Juliette Chevalier. And you hear that
I'll be
name, and it brightens your day just a little bit, madam. And hearing this song, you and the other two, you guys get like a boost of confidence, and you have a temporary willpower that you guys can spend.
I'll be damned. She actually did it. I'll need to get her to teach my drag baby how to do that, but that's a story for another day.
And you three arrive at the bar. The camera pans back over to Bryce. Still there after a couple of hours, but he has a small little crowd coming through, having conversations and stuff. One of the bartenders takes back another shot at you, Bryce. Oh, listen there, Bryce, baby.
Yeah?
Listen, alright? But seriously, you gotta tell me, what's the whole skincare routine, hair routine, the works? You gotta give me, because, like, dude, you've been looking 20 since ever. What's
This place needs a little energy, don't you think? I mean, he's just going to totally dodge the question. It says he's going to get up on the bar, and he's like, "Can we put something on here? Like, get the crowd going a little bit?"
Give me charisma and performance for this, or charisma and leadership. Difficulty of 4.
Okay. All right. Actually, I'm going to go with performance if I'm allowed.
Yeah.
That's a bestial failure.
Devere, ladies and gentlemen.
Let the chaos begin.
Your beast is a little weird because you're not exactly you're not like the other kindred.
No,
especially not in your situation. I just roll 1 dice for me.
Okay.
Let's see, is it odd?
That's a 3. That's a 3.
Yeah. So not only did you get like a
Paradoxal
in
failure.
your case, it would be a bestial failure, but a paradoxical failure can also work in this as well. What happens with you is you try to hype the crowd up, and that awkwardness, that Bryce signature awkwardness just comes through, and instead of them just going like, "Yeah, Bryce, we're with you," you just feel someone throw an apple at your head and just go, "Yo, get off the fucking bar, you fucking weirdo. Yo, shut your bitch ass up."
You know, he's like, fine. This place, it just isn't the same as it used to be. Definitely dead. There's no energy here. Just trying to get everybody moving a little bit. Somebody got a better idea? I'd like to hear it.
And this time someone throws like a billiard at you, and it just flies past your head.
Hey!
Yeah, Bryce, baby, I think the crowd's energy isn't feeling it.
Bryce is going to take a glass, all right? He's going to take those shot glasses he just emptied, and he's going to take that, and he's going to use Far Reach to throw it right back at the guy who just threw the billiard at him.
Roll your blood sorcery and dexterity for me.
Okay.
And let's see if this actually works.
Happy to. That is a 7 critical successes. He just beans it right in the head.
That's
Critical
Dear
success.
Critical success. You go, and it's almost like you target this guy, and you just fling this rocket billiard at this man's head, and we just hear someone fly into like a few tables. Shit, dude, I think did he crack his skull? Damn. And instead of
Yeah, when I was away, guys, I learned to curve the bullet. Okay.
and with that, we pan away to the camera as Shin, Madam, and Myra arrive, and everything outside looks calm.
Well, he hasn't blown the place up, it seems. Should be easy.
Um,
Just because the exterior is calm does not mean the interior is.
What's the worst that could be going on in there? What? He reminds me of Seth Rogen, except instead of Seth Rogen, you stuffed in like a wannabe Joe Rogan in there. What's the worst he could do?
Every time I've met him, every time, it has ended in some kind of mass mosh pit, bar fight, bloodbath.
Well, I'm down for that last one. Let's just see. I'm willing
It
to
was
bet
not the fun kind of bloodbath.
it's going to be totally fine. Let's just look. We're gonna go in. We're just gonna be able to open up these doors, go and have a chat, and just get him in the car. And they like go to open the door to the front.
yeah, you guys go in, and the first thing that you walk into is a bottle being thrown at the side of your head, Madam. And you see a woman pick up another woman and slam her across the wall. You see a guy uppercut another guy into another table, and then you see someone pick up Bryce and then slam him into the billiard table, and not just slam him
And there
into it. They make him topple and break one of the legs.
and there's the biggest shit-eating grin on Shen's face.
On the side, you hear a woman and her band trying to pick up and sing, but they're doing that whole avant-garde noise rock whine that does not fit the scene at all. Like they just cannot read the room that no one cares about what they got going on, and they're still performing.
Oh,
Go ahead.
only a matter of time. And it was peaceful. No, it's not. Oh, he's not doing anything. He's not. Everything's just fine.
Can I break his legs now?
Just a moment.
No. It's like, no. Unless you want to be the one carrying him.
I'm fairly confident I'm the only one with the required muscle means to carry him.
We
Huh?
could drag him. Well, physically drag him. We could also mentally drag him, but it seems to be doing a good job of that by itself. Is someone trying to stab him with a pool cue?
And the camera
That's
pans
right.
over. It zooms past the three of you, and also is showing someone trying to literally stab him with the pull cue. And then back to you.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead,
To
Shin.
make
Do
our
whatever
job
you...
easier.
You grab him, I'll get everyone's attention.
Um,
I believe I have an easier way of doing that. And Shen's just gonna like calmly walk into the middle of this absolute fucking chaos. And we're gonna do a dome that I'm still working on pulling up. Give me one moment. I gotta remember how it works.
while you do that, there's a woman who goes and right hooks the lady who was singing, and just their band just gets beaten up by a group, and their stuff gets replaced with like turntables and things. She hooks up her setup, puts her headphones on, starts playing this Far Eastern EDM playlist, and the crowd is just really into it, but still whooping each other's ass. As we see an exasperated bartender who's just dodging stuff being thrown around, taking his shot, and just shaking his head. The owner, which you've seen before, Shin and Myra, and in fact, Madam, you just see the owner kind of ducking. I need everyone to remain calm. All right, I need peace and tranquility, and he just gets domed in the head by a shot glass and just falls over.
And at this point, Bryce is going to get up on the pool table, what's left of it, and he's already got a pool cue, and he's broken it in half over his knee. He's ready to beat the shit out of the guy who's trying to stab him with a pool cue, and he's also saying, "Hey, everything behind the bar is on me tonight. Okay, I love you all. Let's raise some fucking hell here." And then he's gonna start beating the shit out of the guy who tried to stab him with the pool cue.
Okay, so first, Shin, what were you trying to do?
I was going to use my Iron Shout for terror, which is manipulation plus dough. Basically, he's just trying to get everyone to fucking and since it's a martial arts maneuver, would I be able to combo it with the magic maneuver?
Yes.
I'd like to, okay, because I'd like to use some mind magic to try and make it just a little bit more effective.
So first, you would roll the magic before you do the dough move.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, because this is my magic, and you're trying to get into the crowd's head.
He's trying to get into his own head. Really, he's trying to force himself to be more terrified, basically, because he's kind of not a scary person when you look at him. It's scary when you find out what he can do. I'm trying to use some mind to beef up my manipulation.
Okay. So this would be the difficulty of 2.
Difficulty of 2, and
you're rolling your Arte
mind
plus your mind.
CD.